Hey there, Fitness 19 family. April here. Got some slow flow yoga for you this evening. We're going to be working out for about 30 to 45 minutes or so. I'm obviously outside, so we're going to try this out, and I hope that there's not too much outside noise coming through from neighbors, dogs, all that kind of stuff. Let's just see how it goes. Starting out, sitting up at the top of your mat, sitting tall, shoulders over hips. You're going to pull those shoulders up, back, and down. Open up your chest. Turn your palms to face up to the sky, and then just take a deep breath in. Arms coming up in overhead. Exhale, clasping your hands and pushing your palms up to the sky, letting your head drop back. Straighten those arms out, lengthen out through your spine. Holding right there. You've got another inhale and an exhale. From there, you're going to bend one elbow, pull it down toward the floor as the other elbow points up, turning your head to look up in that direction. Make sure you don't rock off of that hip whenever you do it. You just want to get a nice little stretch there. Pulling on that arm to get the back of the arm, the tricep. Got a little dog that's jealous and annoyed with me right now. And also stretching through that side body, opening up the rib cage. Then you're going to come up and over to the other side. Other elbow down, other elbow up. Open up the rib cage, stretching through the back of that arm and the tricep, holding right there. Gazing up, breathing in through the nose, letting it out through nose or mouth. Coming straight back up with those arms, once again pushing your palms to the sky, letting your head drop back. And then tucking your chin in towards your chest and pushing your forehead down to the ground. From there, you're going to look forward, turn your palms to face in, and just round out your back at the center of your back. So you're just stretching that middle back right now. Pulling your shoulder blades out away from your spine, holding right there, breathing in and breathing out. Now unclasp your hands, drop your hands to your knees. You're going to do a little seated cat-cow right there. So you're going to round out, tuck your chin in, fold in half at the navel, and then arch your spine. Open up your chest, pull your shoulders down, and lengthen. Let's do that again. Just rounding out right there, tucking in, folding in half, and come up through that arch position. A few more times like that. I have no idea if you guys can even hear me or not, but this is Barney, and this is what he does when nobody pays attention to him. He grabs the loudest, most annoying toy that he can possibly find in the house, and he will do this probably with him. But we're going to do a couple more breaths right here before I throw him inside. Coming all the way up with a nice big inhale, just let your body fold back. And this time after the exhale, you're just going to sink yourself down right there. From here, walk your hands out in front of you. You're just going to lengthen out your back and let your chest push down to the mat. While you guys are down there, I'm going to steal this toy from this dog, hide it, and make sure that he can't do that anymore. And just let your body sink on down right there, reaching your arms forward. Pushing the head forward, forehead coming down toward the floor. Staying there, another inhale and an exhale. Now take your arms behind you. You're going to clasp your hands, straighten your arms, and try and take your arms parallel to the floor. Reaching the backs of your hands behind you, pulling your shoulders away from your ears and sliding your shoulder blades down into your back pockets. Staying here, another inhale. Exhale, lead with the backs of the hands, open up, pull your body back up, and take your hands to or toward the floor. Let those shoulders sink down a little bit more, and just let your head drop back. One more breath in right here, and let it out. Bring your head forward. You're going to take your left arm up in the air, and then take it all the way over to that opposite knee, and twist through your body. Turning your head, twisting through the torso, turning to look behind you, opening everything up. And then just switch that out. Take that arm up into the floor. Right arm comes up and around. Grab that opposite knee and twist through the torso. Use that hand as leverage right there to pull yourself through a little bit deeper. Again, turning the head. See if you can look past that shoulder. Let's do that one more time on each side. Arm comes up and over behind you. Other hand comes over to opposite knee. Pull yourself around. Try to get a little bit deeper. With each exhale, go ahead and give yourself that little bit of a stretch right there. And then let's come up and over to the other side. Big movement, hand comes over, and other one comes over to that knee. Pull yourself along. Now with your next exhale, you're going to place both hands flat on the mat and just pull yourself over onto your hands and knees into a tabletop position. A little cat-cow right here. Rounding and arching the spine, tucking in and then lengthening back out. Nice full range of motion. Tuck your chin in, tuck the pelvis under. Let that navel go up to the sky. And then take it the other way. So just going back and forth with that. Rounding and arching the spine, tucking in, lengthening back out. Pressing through the heels of the hands, keeping your arms long, spreading out those fingers. Do that one more time right here. And then go ahead and sink back into a child's pose. Big toes are together, and you're going to press your hips back towards your heels, reach your arms forward, and slide your body on down. Your head drops to or toward the mat. Just a big lengthening stretch right here. Try to unclench your glutes, relax your face, relax everything down. At the same time, reaching forward with those fingertips. Stay right here. You've got another inhale and an exhale. Press your elbows down into the mat and push yourself forward right here. Dig your toes into the mat, and you're going to lift that tailbone up, and you're coming up into a dolphin dog. So your tailbone rises, your heels press down toward or into the mat. If you can even see my heels, you can see that mine don't make it. They never have. Years and years of this. I think I've just got some short Achilles or something, but we all, again, just look a little different throughout all these poses. Now, from the elbows, you're going to place your hands flat on the mat and then press yourself up into that full downward facing dog right there. Head is between the arms, your chest is pressing back towards your thighs, your fingers and toes are spread. Hold here for an inhale and an exhale. Now go ahead and drop those elbows down both at the same time if you can. Let's drop the knees back down, point the toes, and sit on back into that child's pose again. Stay right here, inhale and exhale. Keep those elbows down, push that body weight forward, dig your toes in, and lift up into that dolphin dog. Just lift the tailbone, press those heels on down, chest pushes back, your spine is long, your core is tight. Press the heels of your hands into the mat and lift up, straightening those arms, going into a full downward facing dog. Another inhale here. Exhale, drop those elbows down, drop your knees down, point the feet, and sit on back. Immediately pull yourself forward again. Dig in those toes, push back into dolphin dog. Lift up into full downward dog. Drop those elbows down, drop the knees down, sit on back. We're going to do that 2 more times just like that. Push that body weight forward. Dig in the toes, lift up, lift the elbows up. Drop those elbows back down. Drop your knees down, point your feet, sit back. 1 more time, just like that. Push forward, dig in the toes. Lift up, and then let's start sinking back down. Elbows, knees, point, and sit. Holding right here, you've got a breath in and a breath out. Take your arms behind you, clasp your hands, straighten your arms, and try to keep your arms parallel to the floor. Backs of the hands reaching straight behind you. And if you can't clasp your hands, you can always grab your strap, you can grab a towel, you can grab anything you want to right there. Try to make that a little easier for you. Now keeping your hands clasped, take the backs of your hands all the way up toward the sky, pulling your shoulder blades together, pulling your shoulders away from your ears. And keep them going as if you're reaching up toward the sky and forward towards your head, getting an even deeper stretch right there. You've got another breath in and let it out. Backs of the hands are going to go to your low back. From here, roll yourself up onto your knees. You're going to be in a modified camel position. Push your pelvis forward, arch through your spine, open up your chest. Let your head sink back, let your shoulders drop, pull your elbows back behind you. Just holding here, breathing in through the nose, letting it out through nose or mouth. Pull your head back up and reach your arms straight up above your head. Let them frame your ears. Now you're going to take that left foot out in front of you. Push into that left knee, dig in the toes of the right foot, and lift your body up into that high lunge position. Stay here for just a moment, pushing forward with the left knee, back with the right heel. Let your pelvis sink. Keep your core tight, your body tall. And then you're just going to drop that right knee almost to the floor and lift it back up. Drop that right knee almost down and lift back up. Dropping and lifting. Let's do it 2 more times. Go ahead and sink down. Pull back up. 1 more time, sink down. Pull yourself back up. From here, this time you're going to fold straight down to the mat. Fingertips on either side of that foot. Push a little deeper into that left knee. Let your pelvis sink down. Look forward, holding steady. You've got an inhale. Exhale, blow both hands flat down on the mat. Now you're going to take that left leg and extend it back behind you, but try not to let the toe down to the mat. Now take that left knee forward. You're going to drive it toward the chest and press it back. Drive it in and press back. Here's 3 and press. 2 and press. 1 more time. Push it back. Finally, let the toes drop to the mat. Bend your elbows. Hover through that cobra. Push your body away. You can keep your elbows soft. You can straighten those arms, whatever you like to do. Let your pelvis sink. Let your chest open. Your shoulders pull down. Your head drop back. Another inhale. Exhale, sink back into child's pose. Hips to heels. Head to mat. Arms reaching forward, framing those ears. Fingers are spread. Once again, take your arms behind you. Same as we did before, you're going to clasp your hands and reach the backs of your hands back away from you toward the back wall. Pull those shoulders from ears, lengthen out, and then start taking the backs of the hands up high toward the sky and forward toward your head. Driving your shoulder blades together. Breathing in and breathing out. Bend your elbows and take the backs of the hands to your low back. Roll yourself up into that modified camel. Push that pelvis forward, arch your spine, open up your chest to the sky, fold in half at the navel. Pull those shoulders down, let your head sink back. And then bring your head forward. Reach your arms straight up above your head. Let them frame your ears, palms facing each other. And you're going to step that right foot forward in front of you. Push into the right knee, tighten through your inner thighs, tighten your glutes, tighten your core. Dig in the toes of your left foot and lift that back knee up off the floor. Still pushing into the right knee, back into that left heel. Your body is tall, your spine is stacked, shoulders over hips, head over pelvis. And then go ahead and drop that left knee down toward the mat, almost tapping and then pulling back up. Go ahead and bring it on down and pull it back up. Let's do that 3 more times. Here's 3. Lift it back up. 2. Come on up. 1 more time like that, bringing yourself up. Now keep those arms framing the ears and fold yourself forward. Fingertips come down on either side. Push deep into the right knee, back with that left heel. Lengthen out, let your pelvis sink even more. Stay here. Inhale. Exhale, flat hands to the mat. Extend the right leg back, parallel to the floor. Try to keep those toes from touching the mat. Holding and breathing, and then driving your right knee to your chest. Here's 5. Press. 4. 3. 2. And last one. This time the toes sink down. And bend your elbows. Hover, press up through your cobra. And then sink on back to child's pose when you are ready. I did put some natural bug spray on me that I must have missed a few spots because the mosquitoes are finding me. Hang out wherever you are. You got another breath in and a breath out. Arms are going to come behind you. Clasp your hands and immediately take the backs of your hands to your low back. Roll yourself up onto your knees. And let's go ahead and take that left foot forward just as we've been doing. Reach your arms straight up above your head. Dig in the toes of the right foot and lift that body up high. This time you're going to drive that right knee forward as you're standing. So go ahead and bring it in and step it back. Here's 4 and back. 3. Press. 2. 1 more time. Push it on back. Fold forward again. Fingertips come down on either side. This time you're going to take your hands flat to the mat on the inside of that left foot. Walk that left foot over a little bit to give your body some space. If you are able to go into that full lizard, you're going to do so by dropping your elbows down. If your elbows don't make it to the mat, don't worry about it. Grab a block, grab a towel, grab something you can rest on right here. Try to make sure that left knee points straight up. Press in through the inside of the left foot. Holding here, another breath in and out. Come on back up to those flat hands. Left foot extends back once again. We're trying to hold on to that three-legged plank. Remember, drop the right knee if you need. Let's pull that knee in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and this time it gets to drop down. Bend your elbows, hover, press up through that cobra, and give yourself a child's pose. Sit on back, hips to heels, head to mat. Arms behind, clasp, and take the backs of your hands to your low back. Roll yourself on up. Take that right foot forward. Reach your arms up above your head. Lift up that body. Find that balance, tighten your inner thighs, and then let's drive that left knee forward. Here's 5, press, 4, 3, 2, and the last one, stepping back. Just on either side of that right foot for a moment, and then you're going to take both hands to the inside. Walk that right foot over to the edge, give your body some space, and start bending those elbows, lowering your body down toward the mat or toward your block. Your body stays long, your pelvis sinks, pushing into the inside of the right foot, right knee points up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, let's come back up onto those hands. Extend that right leg back, try to maintain that three-legged plank. Know that you can drop your left knee down if you need. Let's drive that knee in. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Let the toes sink down. Hover, press on up through that cobra, and then sink on back into child's pose. Sit on back, hips to heels, head to mat. Give yourself a breath or two right here. And then let's push it forward, hands and knees. Just make sure nothing's happening with those wrists right now, so let's give them a little stretch. You're going to start out by keeping your palms down, but turning your hands so your fingertips point towards your knees. And now sink back as much as you can right here. Might not be much at all. It probably doesn't look like I'm barely sitting back, but I'm feeling a nice, good stretch right there. When you are ready, turn your hands the other way. Backs of the hands are going to go onto the mat. Fingertips point to the knees. Same thing, sit on back. I can tell I haven't done this one in a while. So we're stretching all those flexors and extensors, getting everything opened up. Come forward again, hands flat, and you're going to circle around to the left and then to the right. The movement is coming from the wrists, hands are flat, body is just going all the way around. After that feels pretty good to you, you can shake it out a little bit if you want to. Quick little cat-cow if you feel like you need it. You can always just rock those hips around or do something like that if you need to. And then let's dig in those toes and find that downward facing dog. Tailbone lifting, back flat, head between the arms, chest pushing back toward the thighs. Core is tight. Let's take that right leg up in the air into a three-legged dog. Keep that chest and pelvis straight for now. Just reach behind you with those toes. Now, bend your knee and drive it straight into the chest, and then kick that leg back. Let's drive it in, press it back, drive in, press back. 2 more times, just like that. This time you're going to bring it in and hold that knee underneath you. If you need to, you can always drop the left knee down. Otherwise, keep that leg extended. Open that right leg to the side. So you're going to open and close. Here's 4, 3, 2 more times, just like that. And then kick that leg back up in the air. You're back into that three-legged dog. Don't pay attention to my legs right now. I'm just trying to get rid of the mosquitoes. Another breath in. Let it out. Push forward. Three-legged plank. Let's see if we can do those knees one more time. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. Press the leg back, toes to the mat, hover, press up through your cobra, and push on back into child's pose. Sit on back, hips to heels, head to mat. A breath or two right here. And push it forward, tabletop position. Quick little cat-cow if you need to. And then come into your downward facing dog when you are ready. Lift up that tailbone, sink your heels down. Spread out those fingers and toes and take that left leg up in the air, three-legged dog. Keep everything nice and straight for now. Again, not paying attention to my hands. I'm just trying to get rid of those cedars. And let's drive that knee on into the chest. Pull it in, push forward, press on back. Here's 4, 3. 2 more times just like that. Bring it in, hold here. Remember, you can drop the right knee down if you need to. Otherwise, you're just going to stay in this plank. Open up that leg. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. And last one. Go ahead and extend that leg back out. Let those toes drop down. Hover, press on up through that cobra. And sit on back into child's pose. Hips to heels, head to mat. You got a breath in and a breath out. Pull yourself forward. Quick little tabletop cat-cow if you want it. Rounding and arching of the spine. And then we're going to go back into that downward facing dog. Tailbone lifts, back flat, head between the arms. Take that right leg up in the air behind you, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, and this time you're going to drive it all the way through. Place that foot in between the hands. If it didn't quite make it, grab a hold of it, pull it forward. Going back like we were before with fingertips on either side of that foot. Push into the knee, push back with that left heel. And now reach forward with those arms. See if you can pull yourself straight up in the air. Keep that core nice and tight. Now hinge forward, reach on back, reach forward, frame, pull it up, reach forward, back, forward, and lift 3 more times. Reach, back, forward, and lift. Reach, back, forward, 1 more time. Let's reach, back, forward, come up tall. This time fold all the way forward. Fingertips, flat hands. Kick the leg behind you. Try and maintain that three-legged plank. And then drive those knees in. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. Let that foot come down. Hover, press up through your cobra with child's pose right here. When you're ready, come straight back up. Tabletop, cat-cow, and find the downward facing dog. Tailbone lifts, back flat, head between arms. Left leg is going to come up in the air. Bend that knee, and this time drive it all the way through. It comes between those hands. Fingertips only right here. Keep that core tight. Arms frame the ears. Pull your body up. Regain that balance right there, and you are going to hinge. Hinge it forward, reach back, forward, and lift. 4 more times. Reach, back, forward, 3 more. Reach, back, forward, come tall. 2 more times. Reach, back, forward, lift up 1 more time. Reach, back, forward, come up tall. This time fold all the way down. Flat hands, kick that leg back. 3-legged plank. You know what? I forgot to do it on this side last time because the skeeters were getting me. So you have 10 of them. 10, 9, 8, 7. You've got this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's put those toes down. Hover, press up through that cobra, and give yourself a child's pose. Sit on back. Hips to heels, head to mat. Push forward to tabletop whenever you are ready. Little cat-cow right here. Rounding, arching of the spine, tucking in, lengthening out. Dig in those toes. Push up and back. Downward facing dog. You're going to bend those elbows and knees. look forward. And then just bring yourself to a seated position. You can jump, you can step, you can crawl, you can walk, however you want to get there. Once you're in that seated position, go ahead and give yourself a little stretch to begin with. Reaching your arms straight up over your head. Fold forward like we did at the beginning. Hinging, reaching, letting everything sink on down towards you. Let your shoulder blades pull away from your spine, your head sink down. A breath or two right here. And then pull yourself back up. Hands push up onto the knees. Push yourself up nice and tall. I'm actually going to turn back over to the side. I think that'll be a better view for you guys, because we're going to go into a balance point position from here. So you're going to take your fingertips, put them lightly underneath your knees. As you do that, pull your knees in towards you. Pull your shoulder blades together. Point your elbows back and open up that chest. And then see if you can slide away, just tiny little fingertips right there. Now you're going to extend out one leg at a time. So take your right leg out and then bend. Left and bend. Right and bend. Left and bend. Let's do that 3 more times on each side. Extend, pull in. Try to keep that spine long, keep that core tight, chest lifted up. 1 more time on each side. Lift and down. Last one. Now, see if you can take those fingertips away from your legs. You can let those arms go parallel to the floor. You can reach them up above your head or anywhere in that arc, whatever works best for you. We're going to do the same thing. Extend, pull in, extend, and in. Press, and in. Extend. You've got 3 more each side. 3. Press it out. Try not to kick it. Really extend through. Make that leg long. Keep it strong. I think we've got 1 more. Last time. And from here, bring those knees into your chest. Let your feet drop. And then hug around the outside of the knees. Tuck your head down in there. And just give yourself a little stretch. Stretch out that low back. Extend your legs out. Reach your arms straight up above your head. You're going to fold yourself on down onto your back. Once you're down there, reach your arms up above your head. Lengthen out. Hold for a breath in. Hold for a breath out. And give yourself a full roll up, reaching all the way up to the sky. Fold it forward. Come on down. Let's do that 4 more times, just like that. Reaching it all the way up, folding forward, pull up, and come back down. The best you can, try to keep those arms framing the ears. If that's not working for you, you can always take your hands behind your legs. You can bend your knees. You can do a basic crunch. You can even let your fingertips trail on the ground beside you. Hi, Barney. And then reach it forward. That was our last one. So from here, you're going to come back into another balance point position. Same as before, you've got some fingertips under there. Shoulders up, back down. Chest is open, core is tight. Light fingertips, and this time both legs are going to extend out. So extend and pull in. Find that new balance. Pressing up through the tops of the feet. You've got 2 more like that. Last one. Now see if you can take those fingers away. Again, put them anywhere in that arc that you want to go and extend both those legs out. 5, 4, 3. Last 2. 1 more time. Bring it in, feet in. Hug yourself. Give yourself that little stretch. And then extend everything up. Fold down onto your back. Stretch from fingertips to toes right here. Make your body nice and long. You've got a breath in and a breath out. Full roll up. Coming all the way up and folding in. Pull yourself up. Bring yourself back into that balance point. 1 more thing we're going to do. So fingertips underneath those knees. And you're just going to extend out into that bow and hold right there. Just maintaining, tightening through the inner thighs, lifting that chest up, finding that perfect position. Go ahead and let your arms come away from those legs. See if you can maintain. And again, your arms can parallel or they can come up. Now let's drop 1 leg down at a time. Straight and lift. Straight, lift. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. 3 more times on each side. Nice and controlled. You've got 2 more just like that. Keep it going. 1 more time. left leg, and then lift the tops of those feet up as high as you can. Lift, 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 hold. Bend your elbows and knees, come into reverse tabletop. Push those knees away, lift your pelvis, lengthen out, body parallel to the floor, fingertips to the feet. Inhale, exhale, bring your head forward, hips down, extend those lats, reach above your head and fold back down to the mat. Once you're all the way down there, you've just got a big stretch, fingertips to toes, lengthen out, let your body go as long as possible, your back arching up naturally. And then bring your right knee into your chest, sliding your arms down by your sides and then grabbing a hold of it. Bring that right knee in and over slightly so it's coming over toward that right shoulder. And then use your left hand to pull it across your body into a spinal twist. Your right arm opening out by your side, your head turning to look in that direction. Try to send your breath into the center of your low back. Let everything relax. Don't fight the stretch. If you feel like all you're doing is tightening up and getting tense, just pull out of it for a second and then come back in. Move your body around. Maybe take your leg down a little closer, bring it up a little closer, whatever works for you. Now you're going to come back over onto your back and let that right ankle cross over right above your left knee. Let your right knee drop out to the side. You might feel a little bit of a stretch right here. You might not feel much of anything. It'll be different for everybody. When you're ready, bend your left knee, place that foot flat on the floor and let that knee drop open a little bit more. And then lift your hips up in the air into a figure four bridge. Your pelvis is rising, that knee is just dropping open. Hanging out right here, you've got another breath. Let it out and lower the hips down to the mat and drive your legs in towards you, holding either underneath the left knee or around that left shin, pulling the legs in and looking for a stretch in the right hip. Hopefully you guys can still see me. I can't see my screen anymore. I've got a crazy little setup going on over there. Drop that left foot back down to the mat. Drop your right foot, arms by your sides, and come on up into a bridge position. Knees push away, your pelvis rises, your arms can hang out by your sides, or if you want to, you can take them underneath you, clasping your hands, reaching the backs of your hands towards your feet, and walking your shoulders under your body, your shoulder blades pulling together. The inside of your feet are pressing into the mat, your inner thighs are tight, your spine is long, your toes are spread. Arms back by your sides if they're not already, and lower your hips on down to the mat. Extend your right leg and bring your left leg in towards you. Again, coming into the chest, but then slightly over to that left shoulder. And then use your right hand and pull it across. You're going to come into a spinal twist right here. Stack your hips one on top of the other. Open up your chest to the sky. Turn your head to look down the length of that left arm that's opening out to the side. Hang out right here for a couple breaths, sending that breath into the center of the low back, moving the leg around as much as you need to find the stretch for your body. Coming back into center, right leg extends along the mat, and your left ankle drops right on top of that right knee, or right up above it. Looking for that stretch in the pelvis as you just open up. And then when you're ready, bend the right knee, place that foot flat on the floor. Let that knee drop open a little more, and then lift your hips up into the air. Figure four bridge on this side. Keep pushing the right knee away, let that left knee drop open, pelvis lifting up. Drop the hips back down to the mat and bring your legs on in towards you. Again, holding either underneath the right knee or around that right shin, whatever works best for you. And this time looking for a stretch in the left hip. With your next exhale, drop first your right and then your left foot down to the mat. Arms by your sides, lift on up into that full bridge position. Push those knees away, squeeze your thighs in, arms hanging out or coming underneath you, whatever works best for you. Lower the hips back down to the mat. Let your low back release and then pull both knees into your chest. Hold around the outside of the knees as you pull in and down, allowing your hips to rise above the mat. And then roll up your head, neck, and shoulders, pulling your knees in towards your forehead. Relax your shoulders, let your elbows point out. And then come on into happy baby. You can do that by holding behind your knees if you need to, but otherwise reaching and grabbing behind your feet or using those peace fingers to grab your big toes. Soles of the feet press to the sky, your knees pull to the ground, and your low back sinks. You can stay right here, or you can rock that baby side to side if you want to, keeping your chest open, your face relaxed. With your next exhale, come into stillness if you're not already. And then close your legs and let's extend straight up to the sky. Flexing your feet, pressing your heels up, reaching your fingertips up. Your toes are pointed back behind you and you're trying to get as much of your body up off the mat as you possibly can. Lift up those hips, press your heels up, reach your fingertips, tuck in your chin, gaze between your legs, squeezing everything into the midline of your body at the same time as you reach up higher. Feel your muscles shaking and engaging, holding and breathing. With your next slow exhale, come all the way down to the mat, allowing each muscle to relax as it hits all the way down. Let your body sink and melt down into the mat for a moment. Couple deep breaths in through the nose, out through nose or mouth. And then with your next exhale, you're going to bend those knees, placing your feet flat. Rock them over to the side. And let's go ahead and bring ourselves up to a seated position. You can sit with those legs crossed. You can come up onto your knees into a kneeling posture, whatever works best for you. Pull your shoulders up, back, and down. Open up your chest. Stack your spine. Turn your palms to face up. We're going to take 3 breaths together. Inhale, reach up. Bring your hands together as you look up. Exhale, pull down and push behind you. 2 more times. Inhale, look up. Hands together. Exhale, pull down and push back. 1 more time. Inhale, looking up, bringing it all together. And exhale, looking forward and pushing everything behind you. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Sorry, I am cutting it a little bit short, I feel like, because I'm getting eat up by the mosquitoes. Promise I'm going to work better on finding a perfect place to do this. We're having a little bit of an acoustic issue at the gym. So we're all just, doing the best we can right now, but hopefully you're getting some good workouts at home with this. And I will see you in a couple days. Thank you.